Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's Coaching Minute. Well, it's probably not a surprise that pretty much everyone on the planet is dealing with, on the worst end of the spectrum, anxiety and depression. But even on the better end of the spectrum, depletion, trying to keep from being burned out. So it's a funny thing because we tend to take the human brain very literally, right? We feel anxiety, so we read a book about anxiety. Or we feel depressed, we read a book about depression. And those are fine ideas. I think when we're anxious and depressed and burned out, we're probably not seeking out a ton of reading. So what I would suggest to you today is that one of the best antidepressants, one of the best anti-anxiety strategies that you can employ is to learn something. And it doesn't really matter what it is. That's the cool thing about the human brain. Anything that lifts your serotonin and lifts your dopamine levels, hopefully you choose something that's healthy, is going to help you with that anxiety and depression and burnout. So I'll give you an example. I recently started taking a class at my local pool called Glide. I thought it was like yoga on a floating platform. It is not. It is incredibly hard. It is hard to balance. I am by far and away the worst person that has ever taken this class. And if there was live video of it, I would be humiliated for the rest of my life. However, I have found it to be incredibly uplifting because it is something, every single move the teacher does, I don't know how to do. And so that challenge has been very uplifting. And you'll find when you do challenge yourself, especially if you can combine something new with something new that's physical, the sense of elation lasts longer than it does if you just, have a glass of wine or something like that. So just one last thing about this trying something new and learning something. Again, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can take on a new language if you want, but something small, learning how to cook something different, learning how to do something different will absolutely have an impact on your attitude, on your levels, whether it's depression or anxiety. And so I want you to see it almost as prescriptive in addition to whatever you're doing with your therapist or doctor. So, but the one last little bit is that you do have to overcome your natural resistance. I think that we tend to discredit opportunities to learn, and that's just really a defense mechanism because we've gotten in the habit of not moving around that much or not learning or not changing, or so much has changed around us that we feel like we're burned out on change. So just remember that and overcome that resistance that you have, whether your brain is saying, I don't want to learn something on Zoom. I don't want to learn something remotely. I don't want to be around other people. Whatever it is, chances are that it's just a little layer of resistance that you have to overcome so that you can learn something new and treat it like an experiment. See how you feel after truly applying yourself to some new type of learning. Have a great week. Thanks.